ask, Coolio, are you ready?
Big Rich Music.
I'm ready. Let me tell you now, this is just freestyle as I keep
Better living. As always, this is your host, Coolio, bringing you a brand new topic for discussion today with the title, What is Your Purpose? And this topic, it's stuff things that been going on that desired for me to be able to do this topic today and sharing it with you in a manner of letting you yourself see and perceive your purpose as to who you are, because your purpose is who you are. We've discussed few things, but I've never talked about your purpose also as to pertaining of who you are. The meaning is, why are you here on earth? What are you here to do? A lot of people think they know their purpose, but what they do is not really their purpose. So before we can dive right into it, let's discuss, as I always do, start with the general idea of the topic, a personal one, and then I give you the end of what it actually is. So, with the first part in as the world puts, your purpose. Why are you here on earth? What are you here to do? To fulfill, because in purpose is to fulfill a certain things that before you pass on, as the world will put it, you have to do certain things before you be able to pass on, and that whatever that is, they will never tell you where it comes from, but you have to find that. And where would you find this? So, but let's discuss another point too. Some says, and mostly when I'm going to talk about this particular one, I'm dealing with the ones that says they believe in God, and that God have a plan for you. But that's the word they use, plan, but I'm using purpose. The reason why is a purpose never changes. A plan does change. So when they said God have a plan for you, meaning it could change at any time. So you're still not going to know who you are, because you're going to be on the path of always changing who you are. And in changing who you are, that is not a purpose that comes from God. So changing who you are is not God's purpose for you. So looking at that aspect, you still will not know who you are as to what your purpose is and what you're here to do and what is required of you. So this is mainly a lot of you got more aspects as to why the general people will put it in general for you. But now let's go to personal. A lot of people says their personal, whatever they're here to do, their purpose is, majority will tell you that they're here to build up a family life and have a big house, or to get rich. These are some people's purpose that they will tell you that this is their purpose, and so nothing you say will change them from that. And you got the ones that who says their purpose, from going back to the ones who believe in God, that their purpose is to follow the path of God. But when you look their life, it tells differently. So, how do one understand what their purpose is? First, you have to understand certain things before you could be able to understand your purpose. And what are these things that you gotta consider? First is, what is life? Second is, how does life work? Third is, where does life come from? Fourth, I'm just going to give you 4 examples. How can I maintain this life that I have? Those are the 4 things you got to ask yourself. You can have more questions you can ask, but I'm not going to go to all of them. But these are 4 major ones. When you ask about that, then how are you going to come up with the answer? Look around. There's life all around you. What is the general thing you see in everyone's life? They look for connection. So that's one answer for life as to how life works. Connection. Second, what do you see? Everyone keep themselves busy. Whether you don't see them busy, but they keep themselves busy doing something. No matter how bored that person says they are, they're still doing something. They just don't recognize that they're doing something. That's why they will say they're bored, but they are doing something. So that's answered. Second part is as to life from connection. The next thing is to be busy. Okay, so if life is for connection and keep you busy, then the next question is the first one you asked. What is life? A lot of people do not understand what life is. So they'll give you every different explanation that they might come up with to explain life. So how do you understand what life is? You have life, I have life. So that is why we look for connection. So well then we gotta ask and get that answer. But that the answer that, like I said, I'm not here to talk about that part here. But that answer you already know. Majority of you, especially you that say you believe in God, that is where life comes from. So if you know that's where life comes from, you have life, you are not life. You are given life. So which means you have to go by what life gives you for you to be able to answer the last question, how to maintain life. So once you put that connection, then now you have your purpose. What you have to do personally, because everyone's purpose is different, but there's one that's general. That is, we all have to be connected and developing life. But when you look around, what do you see? Do you see connection? No. The ones that claim they're the most connected, they're the most dysfunctional and the most disconnected individual that you will know. And these are the ones that claim they're connected. They have connections. What connection do they have? The connection is all about what? The one thing. I mentioned that, which majority will say that's their purpose, to have bigger house, make a lot of money. That is the way they connect with the people who all see in that one frame. So, and that disconnects you from your fellow man, because now you're looking at your fellow man as what? As one that only puts money in your pocket instead of developing the purpose of life. By personally knowing your purpose, so you could contribute to develop life. So now, with dealing with that, It might seem like I'm rushing. I don't want to do a second episode on this particular subject. So I'll be finished soon. And dealing with that, looking at that information, what is the one thing that you personally say that when you see that, it makes you want to do more, not only for yourself but for others? What life connection is came out of love. So if that's what it came out of, then who is better to explain love to you than the one who is love? You cannot go look. If you say, I've given this example so many times, if you have your vehicle is broken down, who do you take it to a mechanic? Someone that knows how to fix the vehicle. You will not take your vehicle to a furniture place. So if you want to understand life and follow the path of life, where do you go? You go to the one who gives you life. That's how you get to be connected and be able to maintain life. Now, with that says, what is your purpose? How many people will claim that they know exactly their purpose? Which will say they know who they are. Because if you do not know, guess what? You're just going to take anything people tell you to do and do that and follow it. That person is telling you they know their purpose, and their purpose is to lead you. Why? What do? You follow that leadership by listening to everything that they said to you for you to do. So, remember the questions that you need to ask yourself.
Understand.
What is life?
Means to be tempted or you.
Where does life come from? How do you maintain life? And what is the purpose of life that's around? You see life everywhere. Even the thing that you don't say have life. And you know what that is? It's very, very temptation. I would say whatever gadget you have that you're gonna hear this, that's have life in it.
As I know.
Because you set that around without using it, what happened? It breaks down and dies. So that tells you it got life. So with that says, this will be the closing of this topic. And in closing that, I will have to remind you all that
Many times.
this is the first topic I'm dealing with to post tomorrow. But yet, I will have an information that I want to give out, but it will be in either the second or the last episode that I'm going to do before I will let you understand exactly something that, and I will explain more as time goes on if I do have the time. So with that says, as always, this is your host saying, God bless you and have a wonderful time.
Better one. Is that too much to ask? I ask.